Welcome to all the viewers. We are here today presenting you the wisdom from the Bhagavad Gita as it is. This ancient book of knowledge, which gives us the way to be free from miseries and to transcend the material consciousness. This is the material realm we are in, and we have to learn, according to Bhagavad Gita, how to live in this world but not be implicated too deeply into this material world. So this is the science of yoga, the science of self-realization. This is a science, actually. This is applicable to all of us, just as birth and death is applicable to all of us. Our constitutional position in this universe is applicable to each and every one of us. How to transcend death. This is the subject matter of the Bhagavad Gita, how to transcend the dualities, happiness, distress, pain, pleasure. So let's read from the wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita. This is from chapter 15, text 5. And the chapter is entitled The Yoga of the Supreme Person. So we'll read the Sanskrit and the translation and then the purport a little bit. It's not long. Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kama dvande vimukta sukha dukkha sanghe gachanti amura padam avyayam tat. So the translation of that is one who is free from illusion, false prestige and false association, who understands the eternal, who is done with material lust, and is freed from the duality of happiness and distress, who knows how to surrender unto the Supreme Person, attains to that eternal kingdom. So this material world is a temporary place, a temporary realm, and we are not temporary, we are eternal spirit souls. Aham Brahmasmi, I am spirit soul. This is the Sanskrit understanding that gives us that we are beyond this body. We are not bound by this body. This body will decay, just as everything in this material realm is governed by time, and it will eventually decay. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, he is a manifestation of time. Time is a manifestation of him. So everything is bound by time in this material realm. So we will read the purport. The surrendering process is described here nicely. Sharanagati. The first qualification is that one should not be deluded by pride. So Sharanagati is part of yoga, the yoga process, the process of surrendering our will, mind, intelligence, everything we have, surrendering that and offering it to the supreme consciousness, the supreme being. So it says here that one who cannot surrender if one is deluded by pride. What is this pride? Let's analyze it. Because the conditioned soul is puffed up, proud, arrogant of his position, power, his beauty, his wealth, his knowledge, thinking himself the lord of this material nature, having this controlling attitude, trying to be the controller of our destiny, controller of our situation, controller of our relatives, our people around us. We try to control every situation, everything. This controlling nature, or lording it over the material nature. This is pride. It is very difficult for him to surrender, basing everything on this bodily designation. I am African, American, Indian. I am the important, great person, prime minister, minister, whatever. We attach to these bodily designations. We attach to this country, nation, society, family. So it is very difficult for him to surrender. One should know by the cultivation of real knowledge that he is not the lord of material nature. Sooner or later, death will come upon us, and it will take everything away from us. So that which we thought we owned and thought we controlled will all be gone. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is the Lord. He is the proprietor. When one is free from this delusion caused by pride, he can begin the process of Sharanagati or surrender. Having gratitude, this is the beginning of surrender. Grateful for everything that we have instead of thinking this is mine, I, me, and mine principle. For one who is always expecting honor in this material world, it is not possible for him to surrender. If we always expect people to bow to us and acknowledge who we are, our greatness, this is not possible for that. Surrender is not possible for him. Pride is due to illusion. What is this illusion? Although one comes here, he stays for a brief time, then goes away. He has the foolish notion that he is the Lord of the world, of the society, of the family. He thus makes all things complicated by making different plans and arrangements. He is always in trouble. And we can see, just as a forest fire comes without anybody wanting it to come, it just happens. Just like that, miseries will come without our even asking it, based on this karmic principle. The karma is like a complicated cobweb, action, reaction. Whatever actions we've done in so many lifetimes, it will come back to us. The whole world moves under this impression. People are considering that the land, this earth, belongs to the human society. They've divided the land under the false impression that they are the proprietors. So these geographical divisions of land are based on country, which is all fabricated, concocted. This land belongs to me, this country belongs to me, this earth belongs to me. And then we exploit the resources of material nature. Instead of working in harmony with material nature, we start to exploit and lord it over this material nature. Look what we have done to Mother Earth, the planet. Climate change, all these issues are happening, pandemics, epidemics. Why is all this? Because of the complexities of karma. We have all been implicated in this complexities of karma. There's so many killings going on, whimsical killings, shootings of people, animals, slaughtering them and killing them. So all of that collective karma we are all experiencing through pandemics or epidemics or tsunamis or wars. One has to get out of this false notion that human society is the proprietor of this world. So this principle is further expanded in Sri Ishopanishad, another book we will discuss another day, where it is explained one should accept what is one's quota and not be greedy for more and more. If one doesn't, then this principle of communism is very prevalent in the material world, where the state tries to make everything available to everyone equally. So this idea of spiritual communism is very relevant, because here we see who is the real proprietor. The real proprietor is Krishna, the Supreme Being. And whatever we are given by him, we should live in gratitude instead of exploiting the resources of the material world. When one is freed from such a false notion, he becomes free from all the false associations caused by identification with this body, family, society, nation, country. These fake associations will bind us to this material world because of the karma, the actions that we do within those countries, families, nations, designations. After this stage, one has to develop spiritual knowledge. One has to cultivate knowledge of what is actually his own and what is actually not his own. So actually nothing belongs to us. We are spirit soul. We don't identify with this body. Aham Brahmasmi, I am spirit. And when one has an understanding of things as they are, he becomes free from all these dual conceptions of happiness, distress, pleasure, pain, miseries. He becomes full in knowledge, and then it is possible for him to surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is the beginning stages of this Bhakti Yoga process. So this is very important to learn these principles and live by them. We will expand further in our next sessions on what is real yoga, what is the regulative principles of freedom. So we will go into that further in our next sessions. Thank you for listening and hope to see you. And if you like what you're hearing, please subscribe. The more people we have, we can do live sessions, question and answers. So thank you very much for listening.